Menor football, let's talk about it with Coach Gray as they are well into the playoffs now. Big game coming up this week against Medina. And, Coach, before we get into the playoffs and everything, just what's kind of been your assessment of your team's entire season? I know we had talked earlier in the year about how different it was going to look, but now that the season's gotten started, just what have you made of everything?
It's been a pretty special season. It's an opportunity that when we had that taken away from us back in early March, once we had that opportunity back on June 8th, we knew that we were going to have to cherish each and every single day to be able to be together as a football program. And I think our kids have done an unbelievable job of that. And they've just continued to get better and better throughout this season. So proud and encouraged by the growth and the progress that both our players and our coaches have had throughout this season. And just, it's been an absolute blast to be able to spend time around our guys on a day-to-day basis. And they're doing everything that we can ask for. And we're really excited about this opportunity to be able to compete for a regional championship here in Region 1 on Friday night.
And Coach, I mean, you took over for a legend. I mean, that can't be easy to do, but it's funny. We talk to different coaches every week. And recently we even talked to Coach Pinzone at Brunswick and Coach Laird, who you're going to see this week at Medina. And all of them are really impressed with the job you've done in your first year. Just, it's been a seamless transition. What's been the key for you in order to try to make it that way?
I think number one, and I think I mentioned it when we talked earlier in the fall, just extremely grateful for the opportunity to be able to learn and be able to work under Coach Trivisonno. And he really opened it up the last several years for me, being able to see every aspect of it. It's just not the Friday night aspect in terms of the booster club, the youth programs, all of those different facets that go into running a program of this size and this caliber. And so that's just extremely fortunate for it. And probably most importantly, we have unbelievable kids that work extremely hard, that are extremely competitive, and have a great coaching staff. So very fortunate for those pieces.
Well, you got Medina this week, and they've kind of been the hottest team going right now. I mean, I know you guys beat them earlier in the year, but I think you would agree too. When we've watched them, it seems like they're playing their best football right now. And you know more than anybody, it's tough to beat a team twice. You had a closer game with Brunswick. Just how different do you expect this game to be, or do you think it'll be similar to week one? Just what do you make of what these guys have been able to do?
It's quite an accomplishment, and we've done it now. I think it's 5 times since 2012 of being able to beat Eds Ignatius back-to-back weeks, whether it's been playoffs or regular season. So we kind of know within our program what that takes, and it's a tremendous accomplishment to be able to beat those teams. And you've got to be playing really, really well, and they're doing that, and they're peaking at the right time. So it's going to be a great football game. Their offense is a challenge with their quarterback and the way that they play him and slinging it around, and with the receivers that they have in their pass game, it is an attacking type of offense that is going to be able to. We've got to be able to play our absolute best here going into Friday night on the defensive side of the ball. For them on the defense, they're playing much better. They're doing a great job of taking care of turnovers, and that's something that we've got to improve on with our own selves, because we had 3 turnovers on Saturday afternoon against Brunswick. So we got to be able to handle that. But we know it's going to be an extreme challenge, and we're really excited to be able to compete and be able to go out there and be able to compete for that regional championship, because we know what it means and what it takes to be able to win a Region 1 championship, just because of the caliber of players, coaches, and teams that are in this region. It's the best of the best. And so that we're very thankful and excited about this opportunity.
I think a lot of people, at least in the area, have been excited about the run that Medina has had. With you guys, we've almost come to expect it, Coach, and I guess that's a credit to your program. It's like, oh, well, Menor's here again. Just how happy are you with your kids that they've been able to, really continue this program and this, the elite level that we've all kind of come to expect?
Really, since kind of taking over back in January, and it's been the motto really when Coach Triv was here as well too. We've got to go out there and we've got to give the absolute best of ourselves, and we got to find ways to compete every single day. And this program has been built on competition, and we expect, it doesn't matter who we're going against or who we're facing or what we're doing, we want to go out there and compete and win. And that's what our expectations are. And so proud of our kids of being able to overcome all the different obstacles and being able to have this opportunity to compete for that Region 1 championship and playing the way they're playing right now, and they're resilient. We've had some different injuries and all of that different aspects. Not one excuse, not one time have they said, okay, we can't do this or that. They've just really stepped up and just so proud of just how they've handled all the adversity that's been thrown at them. And I know that yesterday in practice we had a completely different focus than the last couple of weeks, which was encouraging to see. And we're going to go out there and give our best on Friday night.
Coach, I love the parochial schools, but I'm a public school guy. To be able to see Menor and Medina, two public schools in the regional championship, I know you know how unique this is. But it's really a credit to both programs, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it just, they're on the rise and they're doing a great job over there. And I think it's also a testament to our conference, Greater Cleveland Conference. I mean, when you look at it, the last the 4 teams that were left this past weekend, 3 of the 4 were GCC teams, and we do a great job of preparing one another throughout each week, because we know the caliber of players and coaches, and it takes a lot to be able to win just one GCC one GCC game, and it's a high caliber of opponent each and every single week in this conference, and you're seeing those results as we're going throughout the playoffs. This conference is really showing its true colors in the ability and the caliber of teams that we have here in our GCC conference.
Coach, listen, really appreciate the time. Before we let you go, though, I got to ask this question. I always ask this on the way out. Just keys to a win. What's it going to take to make sure you guys can beat Medina like you did back in week 1?
Absolutely. Number one, on the offense side of football, we've got to take care of the ball. We cannot have the turnovers and the procedure penalties that we've had the last 2 weeks, and that's going to be a big point of emphasis for us this week. On the defensive side of the ball, we've got to be able to contest and challenge every single pass and be able to rally to the football, and not one play kind of to take us back and deter us from our goals of being able to win that game. Special teams always impact the game. So it's being able to take care of the football, be able to challenge and compete against every single pass that they give us, and get 11 hats to the football. And we got to continue to play extremely hard, tough physical football, which is the staple of Menor football.
Coach, really appreciate the time. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Nick.